That's 888-376-WNYC.
And we appreciate each and every donation, and we don't take any of them for granted. Thank you so much. If you're one of our sustaining monthly members, we greatly appreciate your ongoing support. And if you are not a member and you are listening and wondering, what are they doing over there? Why are they interrupting our programming? We appreciate your patience as we do this critically important work. But folks, this is how public radio works. We rely on you for the largest source of our funding. And that is why we do these on-air fundraisers and try to encourage you to support the service that we believe you rely on, WNYC. It's the news, it's the reporting, it's the great talk programming, it's the great cultural coverage, it's storytelling like you hear on The Moth or Snap Judgment. So much comes to you from WNYC whenever you turn on your radio, click onto the live stream. We're here for you, and we're just asking you to be here for us right now during our spring fundraiser. 888-376-WNYC. Pledge online at WNYC.org and support your public radio station.
Honey, do you hear that?
No, I don't hear anything.
Exactly. No construction, no sirens, no beeping. Listen to that.
Oh, you're right. That does sound good.
When you become a member of WNYC right now, you could win a 2-night stay at the Mohonk Mountain House. It's a historic Victorian-style retreat nestled on a pristine glacial lake just south of the Catskills atop the Shawangunk Mountains. With farm-to-table meals included, you and a guest will have plenty of time to hike, bike, swim, or just enjoy the peace and quiet. Support the station while you support your nervous system. Enter to win your 2-night stay at the Mohonk Mountain House right now. Here's how.
By calling 888-376-9692. This contest ends later today, so you should get in on it while you still have a chance. That's 888-376-9692, or you can go to WNYC.org. And while you're there, why don't you pledge your support? Become a sustaining member of WNYC. It's easy to do. You pick up the phone, you call that number, 888-376-9692, or you go online to WNYC.org and pledge your support. While you're there, when you make that donation, how about a $15 one? Take away a subscription to the New Yorker magazine as our thanks for giving $15 a month. You can do that, and you'll also enter the giveaway contest there for Mohonk Mountain House there. What a nice treat that is. It even has a spa up there as well. The number to call is 888-376-9692 to support public radio, WNYC in New York.
And you don't have to contribute to enter this Mohonk Mountain House giveaway, but we'd be grateful if you did. Restrictions and complete contest rules at WNYC.org. Click on contest rules to read more. But right now, get in on this possibility of winning a trip for two to the Mohonk Mountain House. It's a giveaway. As Michael said, it's going to end today. And you're listening right now. Why not make your contribution to WNYC? And as an added incentive, maybe you'll be the lucky winner of this wonderful retreat to one of the most gorgeous areas of New York State, I guarantee. So much to do in the area. You can drive around, visit New Paltz, or you can just stay at Mohonk and do nothing. 888-376-WNYC. Pledge online at WNYC.org. And as always, we thank you so much for your support.
Americans are opening up their wallets at casinos.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Total Wine and More, where you can find a new favorite Chardonnay, sparkling wine, or tequila. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21. And by UiPath, providing organizations the UiPath AI-powered business automation platform. More at uipath.com/marketplace. UiPath, the foundation of innovation.
For Marketplace, I'm Nova Safo in for David Brancaccio. It's earnings season, and companies reporting first quarter results have generally managed to beat expectations, even if those expectations were quite low. The gaming industry, meanwhile, is doing record business. Casino operator Wynn Resorts reported a 50% increase in revenues in the first quarter. MGM Resorts was up 34%. In fact, new data from the American Gaming Association, the trade group for the legal gambling industry, shows revenues totaled almost $17 billion in just the first 3 months of the year. Marketplace's Henry Epp has more.
The first full year of the pandemic was pretty rough for casinos, says Casey Clark at the American Gaming Association. But then in 2021, they set a revenue record,
which was bested in 2022 with another record year. And now Q1 of 23 shows another quarterly record.
One factor that might be drawing people into casinos, all of the advertising for online sports betting that seems to be everywhere these days. Rachel Volberg is a professor at UMass Amherst who studies the casino industry.
It may have increased the amount of gambling that regular or heavy gamblers are doing.
This uptick is happening even as Americans face a lot of economic uncertainty. But Leah Nauer, the director of the Center for Gambling Studies at Rutgers University, says that's not surprising.
That's a time when revenue actually does go up because people mistakenly feel that gambling can be an income-generating activity.
The risk, Nauer says, is that more people could develop gambling problems. I'm Henry Epp for Marketplace.
Let's do the numbers. While markets in Europe and Asia are up, here it's a mixed picture. S&P and NASDAQ futures are up, but just barely, and the Dow future is actually down 30 points. The 10-year Treasury yield is up at 3.63%. President Biden is in Japan for a summit of the group of 7 major economies. 2 countries which are not represented there, China and Russia, are expected to dominate the agenda. The G7 countries are to discuss what they call China's economic coercion, and they're expected to tighten sanctions on Russia. San Francisco has reached an agreement with Walgreens to settle charges that it improperly filled opioid prescriptions. The city attorney there says it's the biggest award to a municipality in a case involving opioids. Marketplace's Nancy Marshall-Genzer has the details.
The $230 million settlement came after a federal judge said Walgreens, quote, substantially contributed to the opioid epidemic in San Francisco. San Francisco City Attorney David Chu says Walgreens didn't always check to be sure opioid prescriptions were legitimate.
Walgreens filled a significant volume of illegitimate opioid prescriptions. In doing so, Walgreens contributed directly to opioid diversion and made the opioid epidemic in San Francisco worse than it otherwise would have been.
In a statement, Walgreens says there is no admission of fault in this settlement and it disputes liability. The company adds, quote, our thoughts are with those impacted by this tragic crisis. I'm Nancy Marshall-Genzer for Marketplace.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Charles Schwab. Schwab offers a modern approach to wealth management with personalized financial planning to meet an investor's specific needs and the flexibility to adapt as those needs change with time. Learn more at schwab.com/plan. And by Grammarly, offering Grammarly Business to help companies large and small communicate better and move faster with enterprise-grade generative artificial intelligence. Learn more at grammarly.com/business.
WNYC is supported by